Hi, Hannah. My name is Mark, and I am a friend of your mom's. Now, this is going to be rather unusual, I know, but I didn't feel like simply writing a response to your video was going to be adequate enough because A, you did a wonderful job, and B, I can kind of relate to what you did because I lost my father a few years ago, and I was able to take that loss like you did and turn it into a labor of love by producing a video of my own. Job well done. The music was perfect. Your narration was perfect. And you told a very beautiful story. What really compelled me to do this video is the fact that you're carrying on something that your mother started with the blankets and giving back to the hospital where your brother was. And it reminded me of the story of Sadako Sasaki. I don't know if you know who she is, or maybe you learned about her in school. She was a child about 2 years old during World War II, around the time where Hiroshima and Nagasaki were bombed by an atomic bomb. When the bomb hit, in the aftermath, she wasn't hurt, at least in any way that you could tell. It wasn't until about 1955, if memory serves, when she was in the 7th grade, she began to fall ill. And long story short, it turned out that she was suffering from leukemia. They called it at the time the A-bomb disease. So she was in the hospital, and a friend of hers came by with some origami paper. And she proceeded to tell her the legend of 1,000 cranes. Legend has it that in Japan, the crane is a very sacred bird. And if you were to fold 1,000 cranes, according to the legend, you would get better. So Sadako set out to do the 1,000 cranes. Even though she was very sick and in a lot of pain, she pushed on. And at a point, it got to a point to where she knew she was not going to survive. However, she pushed on and she did well over 1,000 cranes. She passed away in 1955, and as a result of her passing, a lot of her classmates formed a club, a unity club, and they vowed to basically pay honor to her and to keep in touch with each other after they all graduated and grew up. Over time, that club raised money to erect a statue in her honor in Hiroshima's Peace Park. And since then, the club grew from the original few folks to over 3,100 students in 9 different countries. And every year, these folks would send cranes. They would send 1,000 cranes to the memorial park. And this became a national movement in Japan, and it went international. And so ever since then, every year, people from all over the world will send in origami cranes to that park in honor of Sadako and all the other kids that were lost to leukemia in the aftermath of the atom bomb. So I tell you that story to kind of remind you or to correlate what you're doing, what your mom started and what you're carrying on with the blankets. With any kind of luck, could turn into somewhat of a movement here in Louisville. And that's just wishful thinking. Even if it's something that you continue to do on your own, you're doing a whole heck of a lot, and you are to be commended for that. So I just wanted to share that story with you. You doing your own version of 1,000 cranes. Thank you on behalf of those at the hospital for your giving back, and hopefully those folks will begin to pay it forward. Just wanted to drop that off for you.